Hey guys, Wayna here and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. You know I missed you. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys 9 things that you can love about your apartment. Now, when I first moved here, I was a bit depressed. And it wasn't necessarily because I was just being ungrateful. I think the biggest thing was I was only looking at the things I didn't like about this apartment, and I just totally neglected all the things that were nice and things that I could appreciate about my little new apartment. So I want to share with you guys some of those things that I found to be actually a good thing, and that way you can see if you have some of those things in your apartment. And just like with, our style or our bodies, sometimes you have to accentuate things that you do like about yourself. You may say, oh, I'm always late, I'm a late freight, but maybe when you show up you actually are present. So instead of like harping on the fact that you're always late, like just celebrate the fact that you are a present person and you give people your time and work on that. Don't highlight the negative. So yeah, let me share with you guys some of the things that you can love about your apartment. Number 1, smooth walls. Lord. Now I live in South Florida and I have done some makeovers, and when you have smooth walls and you don't have those textured walls, honey, when I tell you it is a beautiful thing. You can do so much more with a smooth wall than you can with a textured wall. One being wallpaper. And that's what this apartment had. It had nice smooth walls, and so I was able to put contact paper behind me, some in the kitchen, and it just really elevated the space. Not only did the smooth walls allow me to put wallpaper up, but it gives it a more modern feel. So if you have smooth walls in your apartment, consider yourself lucky. Number 2, tile floors. Now, when I first moved in, I had tile floors and I was really actually happy about that. But what I didn't like was the fact that the tile floors were filthy. But I showed you guys in this video right here, I showed you guys how you can clean your floors, and still to this day, somebody leave a message and say you shouldn't use the works on your tile floors. It's going to mess your floors up. No, it won't. No, it won't. Trust me, I did it. One time is all you need. You don't have to keep going over it. But to lift that dirt that's probably been in there for years, you need the works, okay? You need the works and a prayer and some elbow grease. And yeah, once I clean the floors, I love the floors so much, and they're still clean. And whoever moves in after me, they're gonna be blessed with clean floors because I kept them clean. And I feel like if people would do that, if people would take out the time to make sure a space is nice, then you wouldn't have to live in a crappy apartment. But when people don't take care of stuff, and then the next person move in and the landlord didn't take out the time to thoroughly clean or do whatever, it's like it just sucks for everybody. Well, not everybody, it sucks for the person that's moving in. But anyway, yeah, tile floors are a good thing. The next thing that you can love about your apartment is ceiling light outlets. Having actual outlets for a light fixture in the ceiling is actually a perfect way to update any apartment. When you change out your lighting, and you can get some bomb lighting for like $50, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a nice light fixture. And people have even DIY'd their light fixtures here on YouTube. So if you are about that DIY life and you want to make something, you have a lot of opportunity to do so. So that is definitely something to be on the lookout, look up and see, hey, can I add a new light fixture in here? You might be on to something. Now the next tip is something that you might not even think about, but it is actually something cool. When you have lowered air ducts, and what I mean by that, I'm going to show you guys. So when you have a bulkhead and something is like dropped down, that gives you the perfect space to create like a built-in look. And I did that with my Billy bookcases, because my bulkhead came down and the air duct ran where my dining room area was, I was able to put bookcases there, and I didn't have to worry about buying like extenders and stuff like that, but I was able to make it look built in because the height was lower. When you have an 8-foot ceiling and they drop the air duct in, it just gives you that kind of like that nook. And so I really like to play off of those spaces and like create little nooks and things like that. The next thing that you can love in your small apartment is if you have a half wall. Now, our kitchen is small. It is, I think it's a galley kitchen, but it does have the little half wall, so it feels very open, almost like if you had an open concept living space, which allows you to still converse with whomever is in the living room. And I really like that about this apartment. At first I hated it, but then once I switched my TV to the other side of the wall, it made sense, because if I'm cooking in the kitchen, now I can still see the TV. And so that's why I say, like, you just have to like study what you actually have that makes sense and then decorate so that it is functional for you. So half walls are pretty cool. It keeps the space open. Big windows. I wasn't that blessed to have super big windows, but some of them are, you know, and I have a sliding patio door, which is pretty cool. Lets in a lot of light, kind of gives you that floor to ceiling light vibe or window vibe. But having big windows is just everything. And not just having big windows, but the style of the windows. I freaking love window framing. Like, I love it, I love it, I love it. One thing I was able to do when I went to Chicago to make over my friend's third bedroom into a closet, Chicago has some of the best craftsmanship to me. Their craftsmanship is like, I love a bungalow. Like, I grew up in a bungalow. And maybe I'm partial because I am from Chicago. Cook County, baby, okay. But I freaking love a nice frame around the window. And being in Florida, they don't have that. So, you know, that was something that I was like, I wish they had some framing around the window, because it just gives the window a little bit more character. Now, the problem you can run into is if that frame has been painted a million times or has a bunch of chipped paint and all of that stuff, you may have to get your scrape on. But having a nice size window and framing around the window is actually a pretty cool feature to have in your apartment. It gives it character. Now the next one is huge, and although you should be happy if you don't have it in your apartment, I can't celebrate with you because I definitely have it in mine. Popcorn ceilings. Your girl got away with nice flat walls, but the ceilings are completely popcorned. And what I despise about them is that when you have a dog hair ends up there. You can see cobwebs up there. Like, it's a lot. That is definitely something I do not want on my house list. Like, popcorn ceilings is a no-no. We don't want that. The next thing to love about your apartment is high ceilings. If you have high ceilings in any home or apartment, it just makes the place look so much bigger. And the standard is about 8 feet, which you could still make it look tall by adding curtains and bringing them all the way to the top, you know, or built-ins and stuff like that. But to have like a 10-foot ceiling is a luxury, okay? Luxury. Having white walls in an apartment is definitely something to love. And I talked about that in this video when I teach you guys how to make your space look expensive, and I give you 15 tips. But having white walls is so nice because you can decorate any way you want to. White goes with everything. You can add high contrast by adding things like black Or if you want to paint additionally over it, then you you know, would still be able to contrast the space. Now, when I moved in here, this room here had the ugliest eggshell colored paint. It looked dirty, it depressed me, it was awful. And once I painted it white, it just felt so much bigger, and it felt cleaner, and it felt brighter, and my mood lifted. So having that done for you already is just like, oh, thank you. It's already white. Appreciate it. So those are just some of my tips on things that you can love about your apartment. And I always talk to you guys about gratitude, and so I wanted to talk to you about acceptance. This is just, you know, accepting the good things. And then sometimes if you focus on the things that you like, you don't really pay attention to the things that you absolutely dislike as much. So those are my tips, guys. If you guys want to see more videos like that, you can click on this video here or this video here. And as always, don't forget, be you, be beautiful, be chic on the budget, and I will see you guys on the next upload. But don't forget, give this video a thumbs up.